Brazil is a land of endless adventure, where vibrant cities meet untouched nature. From the iconic beaches of Rio to the depths of the Amazon, this country has something for everyone. Whether you crave culture, excitement, or pure beauty, Brazil won't disappoint. Get ready to discover the must-see spots that will leave you in awe. Did you know Brazil is home to the world's largest coffee producer? Or that the Amazon rainforest produces 20% of the world's oxygen? Brazil also has more than 2,000 beaches, and the iconic Christ the Redeemer statue is one of the new 7 wonders of the world. And if you love soccer, you'll be in the right place. Brazil has won the World Cup 5 times. The Amazon rainforest is one of the most extraordinary and biodiverse places on Earth, covering over 2.1 million square miles across 9 countries, with more than half of it in Brazil. It's a vast, lush wilderness where nature thrives in ways few other places on the planet can compare to. Home to an incredible variety of plants and animals, many of which are found nowhere else. The Amazon is often referred to as the lungs of the Earth, because of its critical role in producing oxygen and regulating global climate patterns. Visitors can explore its winding rivers by boat, trek through its dense jungles, or even visit indigenous tribes who have lived there for centuries. The sounds of the rainforest are an experience in themselves, with the constant hum of wildlife filling the air. But the true magic of the Amazon comes when you realize that it's a living, breathing ecosystem, one that remains largely unexplored, with new species still being discovered to this day. It's a destination that offers adventure, mystery, and an unmatched connection to nature, making it one of the most unforgettable places to visit on the planet. São Paulo is a city that never sleeps, a sprawling metropolis that mixes the pulse of modern urban life with rich cultural diversity. As Brazil's largest city, it's a true melting pot, where you'll find a fusion of influences from all over the world, particularly Italian, Japanese, and Lebanese. The city's skyline is a sight to behold, with towering skyscrapers and endless rows of apartments that give it a sense of energy and vibrancy. But São Paulo isn't just about the hustle and bustle, it's also home to incredible art, food, and history. The São Paulo Museum of Art, MASP, showcases world-renowned art collections, while the municipal markets offer a sensory overload of flavors, from exotic fruits to hearty traditional dishes. It's a place where you can wander the streets, trying some of the best street food you'll ever taste, or experience the city's nightlife, which is legendary. São Paulo also boasts beautiful parks, like Ibirapuera Park, where you can escape the city's frenetic pace and enjoy a peaceful walk surrounded by nature. With its dynamic blend of cultures, activities, and sights, São Paulo is an exciting and endlessly fascinating city to explore. Iguazu Falls, one of the most awe-inspiring natural wonders in the world, straddles the border between Brazil and Argentina, and it's an experience that's impossible to forget. Imagine standing at the edge of a massive cliff, watching as water plunges over 270 individual falls, creating a roar so powerful it can be heard from miles away. The falls span nearly 2 miles and are surrounded by lush jungle, creating a breathtaking contrast between the cascading water and the greenery. What makes Iguazu truly unique is its sheer scale, both in height and width, and the way the falls seem to stretch into infinity. Visitors can hike along well-maintained trails that offer panoramic views from various vantage points, or even take a boat ride right into the misty spray at the base of the falls for an adrenaline-pumping experience. The surrounding national park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is home to diverse wildlife like toucans, capuchin monkeys, and jaguars, adding another layer of magic to the experience. Whether you're admiring it from a distance or getting up close and personal, Iguazu Falls is a spectacle that demands to be seen in person. Lençóis Maranhenses National Park is one of Brazil's most surreal and otherworldly landscapes. Located in the northeastern state of Maranhão, the park is famous for its vast dunes, which stretch across over 600 square miles, creating a scene that looks like something straight out of a dream. But what makes this place truly unique is the phenomenon that occurs during the rainy season. As the rains fill the sand dunes, they transform into thousands of crystal-clear lagoons that shimmer like turquoise jewels amidst the white sand. The contrast between the deep blue of the water and the blindingly white sand is nothing short of stunning. Visitors can explore this natural wonder by foot, by 4x4, or on a guided tour that takes them through the dunes, where you can take a refreshing dip in the lagoons or simply marvel at the endless desert-like terrain that shifts in shape with every gust of wind. The park's remoteness and its surreal beauty make it a hidden gem in Brazil that still feels relatively untouched by mass tourism. It's a place of tranquility and awe, a true natural wonder that will leave you feeling like you've stepped into another world. Rio de Janeiro is arguably the most famous city in Brazil, and for good reason. With its jaw-dropping natural beauty, vibrant culture, and world-renowned landmarks, Rio is the perfect blend of excitement, relaxation, and adventure. The city is perhaps best known for its stunning beaches, Copacabana and Ipanema, which line the coastline, offering both locals and visitors a place to soak up the sun, play volleyball, or take a dip in the warm Atlantic waters. Rio's dramatic landscape is equally impressive, with the towering Sugarloaf Mountain providing panoramic views of the entire city, while the iconic Christ the Redeemer statue, perched high atop Corcovado Mountain, watches over it all. The city is also a cultural hub, where samba beats fill the air, and the energy of carnival is infectious. The samba schools, parades, and street parties during the carnival season are unlike anything you'll experience elsewhere. Beyond the beaches and celebrations, Rio also offers lush green spaces like the Tijuca National Park, a rainforest right in the middle of the city, providing a peaceful escape from the urban buzz. But perhaps Rio's most captivating feature is its people. Cariocas, as the locals are called, are known for their warmth, hospitality, and zest for life. Whether you're admiring the sunset from the beach, savoring some feijoada, or dancing the night away, Rio de Janeiro offers an atmosphere of joy and energy that's simply contagious. Fernando de Noronha is a true paradise that seems almost too perfect to be real. Located off the northeastern coast of Brazil, this remote archipelago is made up of 21 islands and islets, with the main island being an exclusive ecotourism destination that draws those seeking pristine nature and tranquility. Known for its crystal-clear waters, white sand beaches, and an underwater world teeming with marine life, Fernando de Noronha is a haven for divers, snorkelers, and nature lovers. The islands are part of a national park and are protected to preserve their delicate ecosystems, meaning that the number of visitors is limited each day, ensuring that the area remains untouched and serene. With its vibrant coral reefs, sea turtles, and dolphins, the waters around Fernando de Noronha offer some of the best snorkeling and diving experiences in the world. For those looking to relax, the beaches like Baía do Sancho, consistently ranked among the best in the world, offer a secluded retreat where the only sounds you'll hear are the gentle waves and the rustling of the palm trees. Fernando de Noronha is also home to rich birdlife, including the rare frigatebird, and offers hiking trails with stunning vistas, where the landscape of cliffs, rolling hills, and turquoise waters create a postcard-perfect view at every turn. It's a place where time slows down, where the pace of life is dictated by the tides, and where nature feels as though it's been preserved in its purest form, making it an unparalleled destination for anyone seeking an unspoiled paradise. The Pantanal is a vast wetland that spans across parts of Brazil, Bolivia, and Paraguay, and it's one of the most biodiverse places on the planet. Covering around 70,000 square miles, the Pantanal is home to an astounding variety of wildlife, from jaguars and capybaras to hundreds of bird species like toucans, herons, and the striking hyacinth macaw. Unlike the dense Amazon rainforest, the Pantanal is more open and accessible, making it an ideal destination for wildlife enthusiasts and photographers looking to get up close and personal with nature. The region's unique ecosystem of marshes, rivers, and floodplains creates a landscape that shifts with the seasons. During the rainy season, much of the area floods, transforming it into a giant, reflective lake, while in the dry season, it becomes a rich, green paradise teeming with life. It's one of the best places in the world to spot jaguars in the wild, and guided safaris through the wetlands allow you to explore the area in a way that feels like stepping into another world. You can take boat trips along the rivers, walk through trails, or even ride horseback to get a closer look at the animals that roam this vast expanse. The Pantanal is also a birdwatcher's dream, with the colorful and diverse bird life adding a layer of magic to the already surreal experience. For nature lovers, the Pantanal is nothing short of a dream come true. It's an untouched wilderness that offers the opportunity to witness the wonders of the animal kingdom in their natural habitat, all while surrounded by the tranquil beauty of one of the planet's most unique ecosystems. Gramado is a charming mountain town in the southern state of Rio Grande do Sul, and it feels unlike anywhere else in Brazil. Nestled in the Serra Gaúcha region, Gramado looks more like a postcard from Europe than a traditional Brazilian destination, with its Bavarian-style architecture, pine forests, and cobblestone streets. The town was heavily influenced by German and Italian immigrants, and that influence is reflected in everything from the buildings to the cuisine. It's a place where you can stroll through picturesque streets lined with boutique chocolate shops, fondue restaurants, and cozy cafes, all while surrounded by an alpine atmosphere that feels worlds away from Brazil's tropical image. Gramado is also known for its seasonal beauty. During the winter months, it becomes a cozy retreat where the temperatures drop and fireplaces crackle in mountain lodges, while in the summer, it transforms into a lush, green getaway filled with blooming hydrangeas and sunny outdoor festivals. The city is home to one of the most famous Christmas festivals in Brazil, Natal Luz, where the entire town lights up with elaborate decorations, parades, and theatrical performances that attract visitors from all over the country. Gramado also serves as a gateway to other scenic destinations like Canela and the stunning Caracol waterfall, and together these areas offer breathtaking natural views and excellent hiking opportunities. It's a destination where luxury, culture, and nature meet, where you can start your day with a scenic walk through forested parks and end it sipping wine by a fire. Gramado may not be the first place people think of when they picture Brazil, but for those who make the trip, it offers a magical blend of European charm and Brazilian warmth that's impossible to forget. Brasilia is not just Brazil's capital, it's a masterpiece of modernist architecture, a symbol of national ambition, and one of the most unique cities in the world. Built in just 41 months and inaugurated in 1960, Brasilia was designed by the legendary architect Oscar Niemeyer and urban planner Lucio Costa to be a bold statement of Brazil's future. Unlike traditional cities that grow organically over time, Brasilia was planned from scratch in the shape of an airplane, or a bird in flight, with specific zones for government, commerce, and residential life. Walking through the city feels like stepping into a giant open-air art installation, with sweeping curves, white concrete structures, and massive plazas that challenge the usual ideas of urban design. The city's iconic landmarks include the Cathedral of Brasilia, with its crown-like spires reaching into the sky, and the Palácio da Alvorada, the president's residence, which floats elegantly on a reflective pool of water. The Monumental Axis, a massive boulevard that runs through the heart of the city, is lined with futuristic buildings that give Brasilia its distinctive visual identity. Beyond its architecture, the city is a political powerhouse, home to Brazil's federal government, Supreme Court, and National Congress. But Brasilia is also a cultural and artistic hub, with theaters, galleries, and music venues that reflect its status as a center of innovation. Despite its formal layout, the city has a surprisingly relaxed vibe, with vast green spaces, artificial lakes, and a growing food and nightlife scene. Brasilia isn't just a city, it's a vision turned into reality, a bold experiment that still fascinates and inspires those who visit. Chapada Diamantina is one of Brazil's best-kept secrets, a vast and breathtaking region in the heart of Bahia that offers some of the most dramatic and diverse landscapes in the entire country. Known for its towering plateaus, deep canyons, cascading waterfalls, and mysterious caves, Chapada Diamantina is a paradise for hikers, explorers, and nature lovers seeking adventure off the beaten path. The region was once a hotspot for diamond mining, hence the name, but today it's a protected national park where nature reigns supreme. Trails wind through valleys, climb up steep cliffs, and lead to panoramic viewpoints like Morro do Pai and Osseo, where you can watch the sun dip below the horizon, painting the sky in shades of orange and pink. The park is home to one of Brazil's tallest waterfalls, Cachoeira da Fumaca, which plunges over 300 meters and disappears into a cloud of mist before it hits the rocks below. You'll also find hidden caves like Gruta da Pratina, where clear blue waters sparkle beneath ancient rock formations, and Poco Azul, where visitors can swim or float in water so transparent it feels like flying. What makes Chapada Diamantina so special is its variety. Within a single day, you can trek through lush forests, swim in natural pools, and explore caverns filled with stunning geological formations. The nearby town of Lençóis serves as the main base for visitors and adds charm to the experience, with its colonial buildings, vibrant markets, and friendly locals who know the trails like the back of their hands. Chapada Diamantina isn't just a destination, it's a journey into the wild, a reminder of how vast and varied Brazil truly is, and a place that stays with you long after you've left. Arraial do Cabo and Búzios are two coastal gems just a few hours from Rio de Janeiro, yet they offer entirely different but equally unforgettable beach experiences. Arraial do Cabo is often called the Brazilian Caribbean, thanks to its dazzling turquoise waters, powdery white sand beaches, and dramatic cliffs that drop straight into the sea. The town has a laid-back, small-town vibe, but its natural beauty is absolutely world-class. Praia do Farol, accessible only by boat and under strict environmental protection, is considered one of the most beautiful beaches in all of Brazil, with water so clear it looks like glass and sand that squeaks beneath your feet. The region is also famous for snorkeling and diving, offering incredible visibility and abundant marine life, including sea turtles, rays, and colorful tropical fish. Just a short drive up the coast, Búzios offers a completely different vibe, more cosmopolitan, more polished, but still deeply connected to the sea. Once a quiet fishing village, Búzios gained international fame in the 1960s when French actress Brigitte Bardot vacationed there, and her legacy still lingers in the town's elegant yet bohemian charm. The peninsula is dotted with over 20 beaches, each with its own personality, from the serene waters of Ferradura to the surfing waves of Jeriba. Búzios is also known for its vibrant nightlife, upscale boutiques, and waterfront restaurants that serve up fresh seafood with stunning sunset views. Together, Arraial do Cabo and Búzios create a coastal experience that caters to every kind of traveler. Whether you're after adventure, luxury, or just a perfect stretch of sand to call your own. Salvador da Bahia is the beating heart of Afro-Brazilian culture, a city that pulses with rhythm, color, and soul like no other. Located on the northeastern coast of Brazil, Salvador is one of the oldest colonial cities in the Americas, and its historic center, Pelourinho, is a living museum of Portuguese architecture, cobbled streets, and pastel-colored buildings that transport you straight into the past. But Salvador is far from frozen in time, it's a city alive with tradition and movement. It's the birthplace of capoeira, the dance martial art that evolved from the resistance of enslaved Africans, and you'll often see performances breaking out spontaneously in city squares. The city's music is infectious, especially the sound of axé, samba reggae, and the hypnotic beats of Blocas Afro, which fill the streets during Carnival in a celebration that rivals even Rio's in passion and energy. The influence of African heritage is everywhere, in the food, with dishes like acarajé and moqueca bursting with spice and flavor, in the religion, with candomblé rituals practiced openly, and in the people, whose warmth and pride shine through in every interaction. Salvador is surrounded by some of the most beautiful beaches in Brazil, from the calm waters of Porto da Barra to the surf-friendly waves of Itapúa, each one offering a different take on the Bolivian lifestyle. This is a place where history and culture are not just preserved but lived, where every street corner holds a story, and where the energy of the people makes the city feel like it's always dancing. Salvador da Bahia isn't just a place to visit, it's a place to feel, to taste, and to remember. Ilha Grande is an untouched slice of paradise located off the coast of Rio de Janeiro, a place where nature has been allowed to flourish without interference from modern development. The island is part of a protected state park and biosphere reserve, and its wild, mountainous interior is covered in dense Atlantic rainforest that spills down into hidden coves, secluded beaches, and crystal-clear bays. Cars are banned on the island, so the only way to get around is by boat or on foot, which adds to the sense that you've truly escaped the outside world. The main village, Vila do Abrão, is a small, relaxed hub where you'll find a handful of pousadas, rustic restaurants, and beach bars that serve freshly caught seafood and caipirinhas under the stars. But the real magic of Ilha Grande lies in its natural wonders. Lopes Mendes, often ranked among the most beautiful beaches in the world, stretches for nearly 3 kilometers of fine white sand and rolling surf, accessible only by boat or a scenic forest hike. The island is also a haven for adventurers. You can hike to the summit of Pico do Papagaio for panoramic views, explore waterfalls hidden deep in the forest, or dive in the Blue Lagoon, where coral reefs and tropical fish swarm in the warm, shallow waters. Ilha Grande also has a rich and somewhat dark history. It was once home to a notorious prison, which has long since closed, but its ruins still remain, slowly being reclaimed by the jungle. What makes Ilha Grande so special is its raw, unpolished beauty. It's a place where you can disconnect completely, immerse yourself in the rhythms of nature, and feel like you've discovered one of Brazil's last true wild frontiers. Whether you're hiking, swimming, or simply watching the sunset from a hammock, Ilha Grande captures the essence of a tropical escape, unspoiled and unforgettable. Florianopolis, affectionately known as Floripa, is a magical blend of island paradise, buzzing urban culture, and untouched natural beauty. Located in the southern state of Santa Catarina, this city-island combo is made up of more than 40 beaches, each with its own personality. Some wild and windswept, others calm and perfect for swimming or stand-up paddleboarding. Praia Mole draws surfers from around the world with its consistent waves and youthful vibe, while Campeche offers turquoise waters and views of a mysterious offshore island covered in ancient petroglyphs. Then there's Lagoinha do Leste, accessible only by boat or hiking trail, where steep cliffs and a hidden beach await those willing to venture off the beaten path. Florianopolis isn't just about beaches though, it's also about lifestyle. The city has a strong blend of urban sophistication and laid-back coastal living, with chic cafes, stylish boutiques, and buzzing nightlife concentrated in neighborhoods like Lagoa da Conceição, where the lagoon becomes the heart of social life. Floripa also has deep cultural roots influenced by Azorean immigrants, visible in the traditional architecture, folklore, and seafood-heavy cuisine. Don't miss the Sequência de Camarão, a local shrimp feast that's a rite of passage for visitors. For nature lovers, the island is full of hiking trails, sand dunes, waterfalls, and even archaeological sites that offer glimpses into its ancient past. And yet, despite all its modern amenities and popularity, Florianopolis never loses its essence as a place where nature and urban life coexist in perfect harmony. It's a destination that invites you to do everything, or nothing at all, while surrounded by some of Brazil's most stunning landscapes. Chapada dos Veadeiros is a mystical, high-altitude wilderness tucked away in the heart of Goiás, central Brazil, and it's one of the country's most spiritually and ecologically rich regions. Situated on an ancient plateau over 1 billion years old and designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, the region is known for its dramatic landscapes, cascading waterfalls, rugged canyons, and crystal-clear natural pools that feel otherworldly in their beauty. The quartz-rich soil here is believed by many to hold healing energy, and it has attracted a thriving community of alternative thinkers, yogis, and spiritual seekers who have made the nearby town of Alto Paraíso their home. From here, visitors venture deep into the Chapada to discover trails that lead to wonders like the Vale da Lua, Valley of the Moon, a surreal rock formation carved by millennia of flowing water, or the jaw-dropping Catarata dos Coros, where waterfalls thunder down steep cliffs into emerald pools. The park's biodiversity is astounding, with rare orchids, colorful birds, armadillos, and even jaguars roaming its vast, preserved spaces. But what truly sets Chapada dos Veadeiros apart is its sense of sacredness, the feeling that every step through its savanna, forest, or canyon connects you to something ancient and profound. Many who come here are not just in search of natural beauty, but of transformation, reflection, and peace. And while the waterfalls and trails are spectacular, it's the energy of the place, intangible but deeply felt, that stays with people long after they've left. Whether you're chasing adventure, silence, or something in between, Chapada dos Veadeiros offers a journey that goes far beyond the physical, into the heart of Brazil's most spiritual landscape. Fortaleza, the capital of Ceará in Brazil's northeast, is a city of contrasts. Urban energy meets coastal beauty, tradition collides with modernity, and every day ends with a blazing sunset over the Atlantic Ocean. Known for its vibrant beach culture, Fortaleza offers a coastline that stretches endlessly, dotted with palm-lined shores, golden dunes, and warm waters. Praia do Futuro is one of the city's most famous beaches, known for its lively barracas, giant beach huts where you can eat, drink, dance, and listen to live music with your feet in the sand. But the city itself is just as dynamic as its beaches. The historic center holds echoes of colonial and imperial Brazil, with old churches and colorful buildings giving way to glass towers and buzzing shopping districts. The Dragão do Mar Center of Art and Culture is a must-visit for those wanting a deeper look into the region's rich cultural scene, with contemporary art galleries, museums, and open-air theaters drawing both locals and tourists. Fortaleza is also the gateway to some of Brazil's most spectacular natural wonders. Just a few hours away is Jericoacoara, one of the most famous beach paradises in the world, known for its wind-sculpted dunes, lagoons, and chilled-out village vibe. Closer to the city, places like Canoa Quebrada and Morro Branco offer surreal cliffside beaches and adventurous buggy rides through sand canyons. Culturally, Fortaleza bursts with the rhythm of forró music, especially during June festivals, and the food is unforgettable. Fresh crab, tapioca pancakes, carne de sol, and tropical juices are all part of the experience. Fortaleza is a city that knows how to live, how to celebrate, and how to welcome. It's not just a beach destination, it's a full sensory immersion into the warmth, creativity, and flavor of northeastern Brazil. Paraty is one of Brazil's most enchanting towns, a place where cobblestone streets, colonial charm, and lush nature come together to create an atmosphere that feels frozen in time yet fully alive. Located along the Costa Verde between Rio de Janeiro and São Paulo, Paraty was once a crucial port during the Brazilian gold rush, and its well-preserved 17th and 18th century architecture tells the story of that golden era with striking elegance. The historic center is a pedestrian-only zone where cars are banned and the streets flood with seawater during high tide, a unique feature that adds to the town's magical, almost surreal character. Walking through Paraty feels like stepping into a living museum, with whitewashed buildings, colorful doors and windows, wrought iron balconies, and ornate churches like Igreja de Santa Rita and Igreja Matriz standing proudly against a backdrop of mountains and sea. But Paraty is far from just a historic relic. It's a thriving cultural hub known for its arts festivals, literary events, and a growing community of artists, musicians, and chefs. The local cuisine is a fusion of traditional flavors and contemporary creativity, often infused with local ingredients like cassava, seafood, and tropical fruits. Surrounding Paraty is an ecological paradise, with emerald rainforests, secret waterfalls, and pristine beaches accessible by boat or trail. One of the most popular experiences is a schooner tour through the nearby islands and bays, where you can swim in crystal-clear waters and enjoy the lush, untouched coastline of the Atlantic forest. Paraty is also part of the Caminho do Ouro, the ancient gold trail used by Portuguese colonizers, and sections of the original stone-paved route are still hikeable today. Whether you're exploring the town's artistic soul, sailing through turquoise waters, or simply watching the sunset reflect off the colonial buildings, Paraty offers a timeless beauty that captures both heart and imagination. Ouro Preto is a mountainous masterpiece nestled in the heart of Minas Gerais, and it stands as one of the most historically and architecturally significant cities in all of Brazil. Once the epicenter of the Brazilian gold rush in the 18th century, Ouro Preto, meaning black gold, was the richest and most populous city in colonial Brazil, and its legacy is written into every church facade, cobblestone street, an ornate building that climbs the steep hills of this UNESCO World Heritage Site. The town is a visual feast of Baroque architecture, with towering churches like São Francisco de Assis and Nossa Senhora do Pilar showcasing the intricate work of Eugenio, Brazil's most famous colonial sculptor. The interiors of these churches are dripping in gold leaf, a stark reminder of the immense wealth that once flowed through the region, and the enslaved labor that built it. Ouro Preto is not just a monument to Brazil's colonial past, it's a city that lives and breathes history while embracing a modern cultural identity. It's home to one of the country's most prestigious universities, which brings a youthful energy, vibrant music scene, and an artistic spirit that pulses through its streets. Festivals like Carnaval de Ouro Preto have their own unique flair, blending traditional rhythms with the revelry of student blocas that wind their way through the narrow alleys and steep stairways. The town also offers access to the stunning natural beauty of Minas Gerais, with nearby caves, waterfalls, and scenic drives through the mountains. Local handicrafts, soapstone sculptures, and traditional sweets fill the markets and artisan shops, offering authentic souvenirs rooted in centuries of local heritage. Ouro Preto is more than a destination, it's a storybook of Brazil's colonial rise and fall, a spiritual center of Brazilian Baroque, and a city that invites you to lose yourself in its dramatic hills, golden relics, and layers of living history. Jericoacoara, often simply called Jeri, is one of Brazil's most surreal and idyllic destinations, tucked away in the remote northeastern state of Ceará. What was once a tiny fishing village accessible only by buggy or 4x4 through endless sand dunes has become an international icon of natural beauty, relaxation, and adventure. Set against a backdrop of towering dunes, crystal-clear lagoons, and steady coastal winds, Jericoacoara feels more like a desert oasis than a typical beach town. There are no paved roads here, just soft sand streets and hammocks swinging between palm trees. The town's simplicity is part of its charm, but don't let that fool you. Jeri offers world-class experiences for travelers who crave both serenity and excitement. Its most famous natural attraction, Pedra Furada, is a massive rock arch carved by the wind and waves, perfectly framed by the setting sun during certain times of the year. Sunset itself is a ritual in Jeri. People climb the Duna do Pôr do Sol every evening to watch the sky explode in color as the sun dips below the horizon, applauding as if it were a live performance. But Jericoacoara is more than just beautiful views, it's one of the world's top spots for wind sports, with consistent breezes that draw kiteboarders and windsurfers from around the globe. For those seeking relaxation, the nearby lagoons, like Lagoa do Paraíso and Lagoa Azul, offer postcard-perfect scenes with hammocks hanging over the water and calm, shallow pools ideal for floating all day long. The town itself is full of charm, with cozy pousadas, beachfront restaurants, and lively bars that play forró and reggae late into the night. Despite its growing popularity, Jericoacoara has managed to preserve its rustic beauty, eco-conscious spirit, and laid-back vibe, making it one of the most unique and unforgettable places not just in Brazil, but in the entire world. Manaus is a city like no other, a bold, bustling metropolis carved out of the heart of the Amazon rainforest, surrounded on all sides by one of the most biologically rich ecosystems on Earth. Located at the confluence of the Rio Negro and the Solimões River, which forms the mighty Amazon River, Manaus is a place where extremes meet. Modern development clashes with untamed wilderness, and centuries-old traditions coexist with sprawling urban life. The city served as the center of the rubber boom in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, a time of immense wealth that left behind some stunning architecture, the most iconic of which is the opulent Teatro Amazonas, an opera house shipped in pieces from Europe and assembled in the middle of the jungle. Walking through the streets of Manaus, you'll see colonial mansions standing alongside open markets where indigenous crafts, exotic fruits, and jungle herbs are sold. The Mercado Municipal is a sensory explosion, where the smells of Amazonian spices mingle with the vibrant colors of tropical produce and fish pulled straight from the river. But what truly sets Manaus apart is its role as the gateway to the Amazon. From here, you can embark on life-changing journeys into the rainforest, multi-day boat tours, jungle lodges, piranha fishing, pink dolphin spotting, or guided hikes that immerse you in the staggering complexity of the jungle's flora and fauna. One of the region's most famous phenomena is the meeting of the waters, where the dark waters of the Rio Negro run side by side with the lighter Solomos for miles without mixing. A natural wonder that's as visually fascinating as it is scientifically impressive. Manaus is also a cultural melting pot, blending indigenous heritage with Portuguese, African, and immigrant influences to create a unique identity found in its food, music, and people. It's not just a city in the jungle. Manaus is the jungle, pulsing with life, mystery, and an energy you can't find anywhere else. Recife and Olinda form a historic and cultural twin pair on Brazil's northeastern coast, where golden beaches meet colonial grandeur, and Afro-Brazilian rhythms fill the air with celebration. Recife, often called the Venice of Brazil, for its many rivers, bridges, and canals, is a dynamic city that blends a rich cultural past with modern vibrancy. Its historic center, Recife Antigo, is filled with beautiful Baroque churches, colorful colonial buildings, and museums like the Instituto Ricardo Brennand, which houses an astonishing collection of weapons, armor, and Renaissance art in a medieval-style castle. The city's coastline is equally captivating. Boa Viagem Beach stretches for kilometers, lined with palm trees and warm, inviting waters, though with the occasional shark warning signs, offering a mix of relaxation and local street food like bolo de rolo and tapioca. Just a few minutes away, perched on a hill overlooking Recife, is Olinda, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the most beautifully preserved colonial towns in Brazil. Its steep, cobbled streets lead you to churches like the Igreja da Sé and vibrant ateliers where local artists paint, sculpt, and perform right on the street. Olinda truly comes alive during Carnival, when traditional frevo dancers in colorful umbrellas twirl to brass bands and giant puppet figures known as bonecos parade through the streets in one of Brazil's most authentic and joyous celebrations. But even outside of Carnival, Olinda feels like a living artwork, a place where the rhythm of life follows the pace of samba, where old mansions house art studios, and where the smell of sugarcane rum and sea breeze lingers in the air. Together, Recife and Olinda represent the soul of northeastern Brazil, deeply historical, musically vibrant, visually stunning, and unapologetically proud of their cultural roots. Itembezinho Canyon is one of the most breathtaking natural wonders in Brazil, a dramatic geological marvel located in the Aparados da Serra National Park, straddling the border between the states of Rio Grande do Sul and Santa Catarina. Unlike the more tropical landscapes Brazil is famous for, Itembezinho offers a completely different experience: soaring canyon walls, dense pine forests, and cool highland air that feel more like Patagonia or the Rockies than the Amazon. The canyon itself is over 5.8 kilometers long and plunges to depths of up to 720 meters, with sheer rock faces that are etched by waterfalls like Veio de Noiva and Andorinhas, which tumble down into the misty depths below. Walking along the canyon's edge is both humbling and exhilarating. On one side, you're surrounded by native araucaria trees, chirping birds, and thick fog that rolls in mysteriously. On the other, the vast chasm opens up into a scene so cinematic, it feels surreal. Several hiking trails take you along or into the canyon, with Trilha do Verdes offering dramatic views and Trilha do Cotovelo giving you a more panoramic perspective of the canyon's immense scale. The region is part of Brazil's Campos de Cima da Serra, a unique high-altitude ecosystem that supports a variety of wildlife, including foxes, deer, and rare bird species. Visiting Itembezinho is not just about witnessing a stunning landscape, it's about feeling the raw power of nature in its most elemental form. There's a peaceful isolation to the area, a silence broken only by wind and waterfalls, and a connection to the earth that stays with you long after you've left. It's one of Brazil's hidden gems, often overlooked by international travelers, but deeply cherished by those who make the journey into its highland wilderness. Belo Horizonte, the capital of Minas Gerais, is a city where food, art, and architecture converge into a uniquely Brazilian rhythm of life. Known affectionately as BH by locals, the city isn't about flashy landmarks or massive tourist attractions, it's about culture, community, and a lifestyle that revolves around sharing. Whether it's a platter of pão de queijo, a cold beer with friends at a street bar, or deep conversations about politics and poetry in one of its leafy public squares. Designed as one of Brazil's first planned cities in the late 19th century, Belo Horizonte features wide boulevards, organized neighborhoods, and a blend of modernist and colonial influences. But it's the city's modernist soul, captured in the works of Oscar Niemeyer, that truly sets it apart. The Pampulha Architectural Complex, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, includes the iconic São Francisco de Assis Church, with its bold curves and stunning tiles by Candido Portinari, and reflects a time when Brazil dared to dream in concrete and curves. Belo Horizonte is also the gateway to the Baroque cities of Minas Gerais like Ouro Preto and Tiradentes, but it holds its own with an impressive arts scene, including institutions like the Palácio das Artes, cutting-edge galleries, and an ever-evolving street art culture. Yet for many, the heart of BH lies in its culinary scene. This is the land of botecos, informal bars where locals gather to eat small plates, comida de boteco, drink cachaca or chop, and debate life with passion and humor. The food here is hearty and soulful, from feijão tropeiro to torresmo and slow-cooked meats that melt off the bone. And while the city has a laid-back charm, it also knows how to party, especially during the lively pre-carnival street blockades or during local music festivals that bring the city's vibrant creativity to the forefront. Belo Horizonte may not scream for attention, but it earns your love slowly and deeply, revealing itself through its people, its flavors, and its warm, welcoming soul.